그치?
여기 재밌대.
그치? 이거 베이커리야.
베이커리야?
베이커리야.
여기 동물들이 저렇게 있대. 뭐야 이거? 수원도 맞아?
해시브라운 먹을 때 케첩 달라고 안 하면 안 주더라고.
그런가?
응.
Und dann durften wir nur ein kleines Tierhaus. Ja, genau. Also du bist.
This is my room. I love it. I am so coming back. You know how you arrive at a hotel and you immediately know whether you're coming back or not? I love this place. Shower. I love it when the do not disturb signs are really particular. Yay! And this is my terrace. I'm gonna be tanning here for a while.
Gracias. Adiós.
Hi, I'm at the pool. Could I have a free dumb? No, that will. Thank you so much. Kitty, new hotel. I love it. You know how when locals say it's just like a 5-minute walk and the steps are really easy? Well, they're locals. And also, you're not in a good shape because you're in law school. So, yeah. 거의 먹었나 봐.
bienvenida a vuestra casa. Una hora y 15 minutos. De vuelta al barco. The sea conditions are so good, and we hope we're happy with this, okay?
Today I'm going to answer one of the most frequently asked questions as a travel writer. Sometimes you just have to have crappy junk food, and today is that day. As a travel writer, I get asked two questions the most. First one, where's your favorite place on earth? I get it pretty much from everybody. That is the question that I get asked the most. Ooh, Spanish Burger King fries are quite different. They're chunkier and lighter in color. Yeah. I got barbecue sauce, creamy honey mustard for my nuggets. Okay. The second question that I get is, how do you travel so well alone? Like, do you not get lonely? That is the second most asked question ever. And that is the topic of today. And I will be gross and answer it as I'm eating. Cause I'm hungry, but I also wanna, yeah, okay. So first of all, let's define traveling alone. When I say travel alone, I don't mean get to the destination by yourself and then meet up with other travelers or friends there. That's literally just traveling alone to the destination, but the actual trip you're doing with someone else. That doesn't count. No. But I mean, it doesn't mean you have to be completely by yourself for the entirety of your trip, but the majority of the time you have to be alone in order for it to count as a solo trip. I think out of all the trips that I've taken as an adult, I think 5% or less I've traveled with other people. The rest were solo trips. And I much prefer it that way. I'm always like taken aback when people ask me like, what do you mean do I get lonely? Or is it not fun? Like, of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? And also it helps that I don't really get lonely. It helps that I enjoy my company a lot. I really like spending time by myself. I really do. Yay, dinner! So you enjoying spending time by yourself is like a prerequisite when it comes to traveling alone. Compared to Korean or American nuggets, this is a lot bready, not as crunchy. It's different. You just have to really like spending time on your own. Even at home, not just with traveling, I really like spending time by myself. I need me times all the time. So me, when I'm traveling, two purposes. Traveling alone. It's not traveling and I happen to be doing it by myself. I need to travel and I need to be alone. So traveling alone is like a perfect combination. I think I'll talk about why I need to be alone instead of why I need to travel, because I think a lot of people get why we need to travel. You just have to physically distance yourself from the source of all the stress. So yeah, that's where we're leaving. I need to be on a plane for it to count as a trip. I need to be alone because I think compared to the average person, I feel more. I have more sensors. So I am like receiving everything that's happening in my life. It's like I'm a huge download folder and everything that's happening in my life is like a website that I'm opening and downloading files from. You know how there's like a pop-up that says, will you allow downloading files from this website? I'm saying yes every single time. And although it's not like a random click because I do make choices in my life, I'm pretty much like accepting of all the things that are happening and then I'm processing it. So there comes a point when I'm like, I need to sort out this huge download folder, which is like a mishmash of everything that has happened, and I need to make folders. I need to revisit each file, see what needs to be retained and what needs to be thrown out and what needs to be grouped together with other stuff. I just need the whole sorting out process, and I only get to do it when I am alone and elsewhere. So yeah, I need to do the file sorting on my own. When you're planning a trip, you decide where to go, for how long you can go, the budget, where to stay, what to eat, what to see, what to do. There's like a whole list of things that you need to plan out. Well, for me, there is. If you're not a planner and just like buy a ticket and take off, it's just so stressful. I can't even. I respect how you do it, but I can't. I need to plan things out. Oh, I think I've talked about this in previous videos, but I do plan everything, but I will often throw it away. But I can only do it after I have planned stuff. Like I can't not plan any. I have to have a plan and then throw it away if I feel like it. So I'm not bound by my plans, but I need to have a plan. I bring this up because going on a trip by yourself is like running a travel agency for a single client. When there's a problem, you complain to yourself, no one else to blame. And I like that. I like the feeling of caring for myself, and I also like the feeling I get when I am finding new things about myself that I didn't know. I would sometimes like anticipate a lot of things, actually do it and be like, oh, I hate this. One of them, surprisingly, was surfing. I thought I would love it. Everybody was like, you're gonna love surfing. I tried it, I hated it. Anyway, some people ask, but don't you wanna like share the experience with someone? I'm sharing it with myself. I mean, it's good if you can share it with other people, but it's not as good for me as sharing it with myself, because when I'm traveling with other people, I'll share stuff, but I will still need the extra time for me to reshare it with myself, just by myself. And also, you don't really get to share everything. If you hate things, you can't really hate it because you're afraid you're gonna ruin this other person's day. And they're on their trip too. So you don't wanna like hate it, even if you do really hate it. So there are stuff that you can't really express everything that goes inside when you're traveling with other people. But when you're traveling by yourself, you can do that. Like, you can just say whatever you want to yourself, process everything however you want it, and I need it. You know how people say between lovers or between really good friends, you don't really know that person until you go on a trip with them. It's the same for you. Like, you get to find out a lot about yourself when you go on a trip with yourself. I found out a lot of different things about myself. A lot of the self-realization took place on the road, and I would bring it with me back home, and I would reflect that onto my actual life, and it makes my life better. It also helps that I pick my destinations 100% according to my needs and interests. My first book was on Italian cafes because I love coffee. I could have, looked for another friend who was super into coffee, but on that trip, I was drinking like 20 espressos a day for a month, and that is insane. I'm glad that I went on that trip alone. My second book was on Christmas markets. I don't know anybody who is as big of a Christmas person as I am. All the themes that I choose for my books and my trips, it's just something that I really like at the time. Greek islands, Amalfi Coast. The only destination that I did seek out a travel companion was Ibiza, and I recommend going to Ibiza with someone. It could be a solo destination. First time Ibiza, go with someone. Like, let me know if you have any questions about traveling alone. I think you can do it gradually, or just like major leap and then settle into it. Another major leap and settle into it. I think I mixed both, not intentionally, but it just turned out that way. I don't go to crazy places. I go to places where people will be able to track me down. I don't go off-grid. I have gone off-grid, but not intentionally. I'm bad with maps. Snowy day, Switzerland, hiking alone. Ended up fine, but yeah, I was off-grid for like a couple hours. I mean, some parts of myself I already knew before going on any trip, but some things get reinforced, something gets dropped off on the road. Somewhere along the way you're like, oh, I used to like this, but I don't anymore apparently. Some new things you find out. So it's a lot of fun. Every trip is a new discovery of me. A lot of people come to me and be like, I want to be good at traveling alone. Like, I want to know how you travel by yourself as you do. I want to do that too. And then they will just like book a flight, choose a destination that's like popular around that time, go and be like, I am so bored, I'm so lonely, I miss home, I hate traveling by myself, I am so not good at this. And then they think that's it. But that's not how you do it. You gotta think about why you're going. Is your download folder huge? Do you need a lot of sorting out to do? Then let's pick a place that gives you a lot of alone quiet time. You don't want to pick a party town to do the sorting out. You haven't been eating good and you just want to eat healthy, a lot of yoga, cleanse all the city out of you, Bali or Chiang Mai. So you gotta ask the traveler what she needs and then pick a destination and what to do at that destination. Talk to your client. Imagine yourself as a travel agent, ask the client what she needs and then do your research, figure out what destinations will work for that purpose. That's like the first basic step that will guarantee a good solo trip. And I think you should plan things into your itinerary that is not a risk, but like a challenge. For instance, I don't know, when I was planning a bungee, it was very spontaneous. And I would never do it again, but I don't regret it. I really like the fact that I did try, just so that I know that I don't like it. It's not true, I liked it. I think I might do it again, but it's the scariest feeling ever. And then I tried skydiving because people are like, oh, that has to be scarier because it's higher. No, skydiving is not even, because you don't do anything when you're skydiving. You just get on a helicopter and that's it. It's tandem because you're a beginner. So you're just tied to another person who will like walk you and then push you off the helicopter and you're just flying. It's going so fast you don't even know how far you're dropping and then you're cruising. Skydiving is not at all scary. Like, whereas bungee, it's all you have to do the jump and it's so scary. But the adrenaline rush is a million times greater than that of the skydiving, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. But yeah, I would like put these things in there, sometimes spontaneously, sometimes planned, just to see what happens. And you don't have to do it all the time. For this trip, I wanted to take it really slow and really safe and drama-free because that's what I need at the moment. I will get to why I was kind of burnt out during my summer work in my next video. But yeah, please ask any questions you have about traveling alone. I hope this video helps. I hope a lot more of you will travel by yourself because it's the best.